Hello YouTube, it's your boy Fishtastic. I'm back. It's been over 7 years since I made a video. I've been really busy because of college, but now since I graduated, I have more time and I can finally go back to the YouTube community. This is a little review of the Biocube 32 I recently just purchased during quarantine. Since there wasn't really much to do, I decided to buy a new tank since I was pretty much bored every single day. So I bought this new tank for $200 off a page called Let Go. It was a pretty good deal. The tank, it came with the tank and the stand for $200. Everything included. It came with the heater, filter. He also gave me a live rock, and I found a surprise. While I was cleaning the tank, I noticed that there was little fish. At first I thought they were freshwater fish, but then I noticed there were mollies, which they can live in both fresh and saltwater. So I decided to keep them. And the only thing else that I have in this tank as of right now is a chocolate chip starfish. I just moved it from my main display from my other tank to this tank just because he wasn't doing so good in the other tank. Like, fish would bother him, and I have this emerald crab that will like bite him all the time. So I decided to put him here just for now. But so when I was cleaning the tank, I saw these little mollies that were just there. So I ended up saving them. They were in the back of the filter. They were stuck with literally no water. I'm surprised they survived. So then as of right now, they just been in the tank while the tank has been cycling. So I decided to get a new fish today, and it's the dog face puffer. The light isn't so good right now, so you could barely see him, but he's right there. So once I add him to the tank, I'm gonna end up taking the mollies out and putting it to my other tank that I have, either my other nano tank or the main display, depending how I feel. But right now we're gonna start the acclimation process. So I already have the fish floating in for 15 minutes, and now I'm gonna start the drip acclimation. So I'm gonna start acclimating the fish. I gotta first break the bag and then put the fish into a bucket. I like to acclimate the fish for at least 20 to 15 minutes depending, but normally I do 20 minutes. So what you gotta do is first get an airline hose and then connect one side to the tank, and the other side you put it to the bucket and you make a knot on one side. This is the part that I hate the most, is sucking on the water, because sometimes that salt water gets into your mouth. While we wait for the fish to be acclimated, I'm gonna talk about the tank. So overall, it's a pretty good tank for the price that I paid. It's pretty decent size, and I like the shape of it overall, because it's a cube shape and there's extra space. It's not like another normal tank, because the tank that I have outside in my living room is way skinnier compared to this one. So there is more space overall for the fish to swim in. One thing that I forgot to mention is that I bought 20 pounds of live sand. It was around 30 bucks. And then I also had this wave maker just laying around, so I decided to put it on. Forgot what's the name of the brand, but it's a great wave maker. I was thinking about adding another one to the left side of the tank, but since the filter blows out the water from that side, it makes like a circular motion, so it shouldn't be a problem with having one wave maker. The only problem that the tank had was when I bought it, the guy told me that one of the LED lights was burnt out, so I think he added some other type of light into it, but it doesn't look that bad. I'm planning on buying a replacement. It's 25 bucks. It's not that bad. and I should have the second LED connected. So as of right now, the tank doesn't look that bad for what I paid for. My plans with this tank is basically to have the puffer grow out a little bit bigger, and then eventually when he's big enough, I could add him to the display tank, since right now he's just a baby. I bought the puffer at a local fish store near my area. They're pretty well known. They're called Absolutely Fish. They get fish from all around the world. They have tons of corals, freshwater, cichlids. They have everything. Everything they want, they have it. He was $69.99. I decided to get him. It was a hard choice because it was either the dog face puffer or the porcupine puffer, since those are two of my favorite puffers. But overall, I got the dog face puffer because he looks like a dog. So yeah, that was the main reason why I got him. And my other plans for this tank is I'm either gonna bring another fish from the tank outside to here because he's getting a little too aggressive, because he ended up killing one of my fish, and I hopefully he doesn't do that to another fish. But as of right now, that's my plan. What else can I show you? This is the older model. It's not the LED Biocube. This is like one of the first ones that came out. But what I did to the back, I don't know if you can see. Give me 1 second. There. I don't know if you can see. I added a plastic layer so the water gets dispersed evenly. And in the back, I have the bio balls and a carbon bag. And then over here, I have the heater, and I plan on buying a protein skimmer. I'm not that worried about the protein skimmer as of right now because I don't plan on adding corals, because you know the puffer would literally destroy the corals. But for now, the tank should be good without the protein skimmer. Now that the acclimation is done, I'm just gonna scoop him up with a plastic container because the pet store recommended me not to use a net since it's bad for the puffer fish. So I'm just gonna scoop him up in the container with a little bit of water and get in there. I'm gonna try to put the least amount of water in there. Even though I trust the water that they have, I'm gonna still be cautious with it. And there he is. So now I'm gonna be talking about why I decided to come back and do videos. So it's basically because I've always had a passion for fish, and the first time I started YouTube was like over like 7-8 years ago, probably a little bit more. And I had a fish tank. It was a 10-gallon saltwater tank, and I had clownfish. The tank lasted around a month or two, and then he ended up dying because I wasn't aware of how to take care of the fish. I just bought the salt and then put it in the water and then just mix it and then put the fish in. So he ended up dying because I didn't know how to take care of him. Then over the years, I've gained knowledge of saltwater fish. I learned how to take care of them, how to maintain a tank, and I've had, I can say 4 or 5 different tanks now that were saltwater as well as freshwater. I used to have a 75-gallon cichlid tank, and then I also had a green spotted puffer tank, and then another type of puffer, I forgot the name of it, but he got huge, but then one day sadly he died. So I've always wanted to get another puffer, so then now since I got back into saltwater, I decided to get a dog face puffer. But he looks a little shy right now, Like once I stop recording, I'm gonna turn off the lights so he could just get used to his new tank. And I might just leave the little mollies because I don't think he's gonna bother them, and they're pretty quick. So yeah, but overall I'm gonna start making videos probably once a week, if not at least once a month. But I'm gonna try the best to have at least once or twice a week. But yeah, it depends how my work schedule is. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be recording him for now. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and stay fish-tastic. Peace out, guys.